Alright guys, so we're back with another episode today. Hold on, I realized the last episode was kind of quiet because there was no music, so let's just quickly turn that on. Just get some music going. So I'm gonna experiment with a couple of different ways to record this stuff. So I think what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna pause the game every once in a while, and I'm gonna give you like an information dump. I'm gonna tell you a whole bunch of shit all at once, and then I'm gonna play for like a year or two, come back, catch you up. Um, so what I'll do is I'll start right now with what my goals are right now, and try to explain shit along the way. So right now, I have laid out the beginnings of my empire. So initially, one of the first things you do is you want to like kind of visualize where your empire, what space your empire is going to exist within. So you can see I took this black hole as sort of a choke point. The system expands into a whole nother area, which I probably don't need or want. So we're gonna use that as a boundary. If anyone ever tries to attack us, or even when we go on the offensive and people start to send their fleets towards us, they're gonna have to be funneled into this system. There's no other way into my boundaries. You see, this is a dead end. So they're called choke points, right? It's places where your enemies will be funneled into. So instead of having, 10 different places where you might get attacked from, you minimize the routes with which armies can invade you as much as possible. Right now, the next choke point is looking to be this system here, but it looks like I might be able to come down here and make a choke point over here, and that would be a decent amount of space. Not insane. It's not a crazy amount of space. Probably would want even a little more. But this is just, like, this looks... I would take this cluster of stars, but it's just too... There's an exit over here I'd have to defend. There's one here, here, here. That's 4 exits I'd have to defend. Instead, I just got 1. So, it's hard to judge what's worth it and what's not. I'm gonna explore that area no matter what, and if it's like there's some crazy amount of planets or some really awesome systems, maybe I'll expand into it. But as far as expansion goes right now, I'm really just looking towards the south. I hope that this arm, because we're on the arm here, kind of stays isolated and no one lives there already. And we'll just be like this long, thin and stringy empire along the outer rim of the galaxy. But I remember last episode I was pretty happy that I already have a decent amount of planets, because we've got my home world, we've got 2 here, 1 there, so that puts us up to 3, 4, 5. We're gonna get 6. Hopefully there's at least 1 more planet. 1 more planet, because that... Okay, so that's right. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, yeah, because we have 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. Yeah. Where the fuck did I count 7? 1. We have 4. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, what I'm going to do right now, the only... Other than explore, I'm going to keep exploring down south, and I'm probably going to build a few colony ships here at the shipyard, right? I have to get more consumer goods in order to buy the colony ships, though. So I've got a few things resource management wise to sort out, and the way I'm going to start that, and this is what I'm getting at, is the only other real thing that I still have to do is my planets have to be managed a little bit, because I only just settled them. So right now our capital is kind of our capital is kind of shaping up to be a research place. That's pretty much how I always do it. This will be a bit of a factory planet. This will probably be a refinery planet, and you guys don't know what that means. That's fine. And this will probably be either more research or something else. We'll see. But I'm going to pause the recording now, and we'll be back. So I think I'm recording again. couple of things. It's like literally a year later. So I'm exploring this little area, and I found another savanna world. So just to reiterate, my species is native to savanna worlds. There's 9 base types. There's desert, arid, savanna. So those are the dry worlds. So my species does well on dry worlds, does really well specifically on savanna. Then there's wet worlds, which are oceans, tropical, which is just like is like jungle, and continental, which is just what they call Earth. But Earth obviously has literally every biome, so it doesn't really make sense. But they call it continental because this game's a little lazy with that, in my opinion. All right, and those are the wet worlds, and then you have frozen worlds, which are Arctic, tundra, and alpine. So those wet worlds and the frozen worlds, my species does terrible on. We do good on dry worlds. So, but specifically we do really well on savanna. And I have found an abundance of savanna. I haven't found, other than this one continental world, I have not found a single other type of planet in my neighborhood, which is really odd. So, like how lucky is this? So we're gonna keep exploring, like I said, and I'll catch back to you guys once I've like settled maybe a couple worlds or something. All right, guys. So sorry about that. So I just remembered I was supposed to assign a name. One of you guys commented leaving a name suggestion for one of the planets, so we're gonna rename our second colony here to, I believe it was. Oh, for some reason I can't type. Lazy Town. Okay, so look at that. Lazy Town. Thank you to, I believe that was Sean. That was very cool of you. That was crazy of you, actually, to suggest a name. So, you know, thanks a bunch, man. It was really great. So, just back with another quick update. We've got a colony ship on the way to that planet. We've already got this colony underway, and then we only need one more colony ship for now to get this planet. And that's so many planets, and that's 7 starting planets. That's great. 6 ones that we can inhabit it right at the bat. And I just wanted to mention how right here we have a primitive civilization. So what it is in this star all the way over here, there's a planet inhabited by some natives. This civilization is currently in the equivalent of a Stone Age. They have mastered fire and developed a rudimentary spoken language. That kind of doesn't make sense because this is an ocean world. I don't know. You know, I would have thought some like fish creatures would be living there, not really using fire. But I mean, it looks like they have a little city here. So, crude huts, awesome. Yeah, they're. See if we can't see who these people are. Oh, they're like cyclopses. Ew. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep going. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, guys, so what the hell? Okay, guys, so we're here. I just made the last colony ship. I sent it to the system to go get
research
colony done. Oh shit. Issues pulsating stars. I always forget what this does, so we'll do it. But anyway, keep this paused. So with that's gonna be the last planet we're gonna get here in the early game, probably, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna have 7 planets. That's a lot, and that's why I have this consumer goods deficit, which is consumer goods. Your populations consume consumer goods. It's like because you know, like you can see here, I never explained these. So energy credits is pretty much the currency of the game. Certain things cost energy credits. It's mostly like projects, like when you pay for something to happen, like a service. Minerals is another type of currency, but it's when you build something. If you're building a building on your planet, a district on your planet, Stuff like that. Stations floating in space. The mining stations cost minerals. Food is necessary for if you have living populations. There's different type of populations in the game. You can have robots and shit like that. If you have a normal living beings, they need food. They consume food. And then there's also consumer goods, and they also consume that. But only when they're doing jobs, usually. I mean, they consume it passively. So if I hover over this, you can see jobs consume 16 a month. This is all per month as well. You see the plus and then a number. That means it's per month what I earn. I'm losing 9 per month. Because right now, I have my pops. I have so many population because I'm settling so many planets. They're consuming so many consumer goods. It's kind of ridiculous. Then there's alloys. And alloys and consumer goods are essentially refined goods. Like, you need minerals. You turn minerals into consumer goods and alloys. So they're like high-level currency kind of things. And it makes sense. Consumer goods aren't just eaten by your pops. They're eaten by your... They're consumed in jobs and based on the number of people you have. Alloys are similar, but they're used for building ships and stations, like defensive stations and stuff. So pretty much war. Also mega structures. Yeah. And then there's influence and unity, and that's stuff we'll get into later. But like, you know, there's also science. Where the hell is that? Yeah. So yeah. That's pretty much all I wanted to explain right now, was that I'm running a deficit. In the next few years, I'm going to try to correct that by... The second planet I ever settled, Lazy Town, is the most developed other than my capital. So I'm hoping that I get up to 10 population soon. Which would allow me to get another building slot, and I can build a consumer goods factory. So I can make up for the fact that I'm losing 9 per month. So I'll catch you back when I'm closer to achieving that. Okay, guys, so I just wanted to catch you back here because we just met our first other alien, like actual alien civilization. I know I showed you those primitives earlier, but this is a real species actually also in space. And it turns out, just to make things more confusing for you guys, it's a fallen empire, which is terrible. So, it's good and bad. Okay, so there... You can see here it's some frickin' fungus-looking spider bug thing. I don't even know. Pitiful creatures, know that we roamed the stars for eons before your hopeless species mastered spaceflight. If any of your wretched little ships cross into our space, do not expect them to return. The way forward lies in the hands of the Zithorian. Oh, lays in our hands, Zithorian. Well, I don't know why I wasn't able to speak there. That's what I'm going to say to him. Their age is over. The time for the Turtle Titans has come. Intelligent alien life for the first time has shaken our society. The core leaked footage of these bizarre creatures is spreading throughout media outlets across the galactic Turtle Titans technocracy, and many citizens have become gripped by panic. Rioting has been reported in several cities on Turtle Town. We're rioting because aliens. The strange Xenos have achieved a level of technology far beyond our own, and they appear to have been spacefaring for thousands of years, possibly even longer. Fortunately for us, their kind appear to be decrepit and stagnating species. So yeah, this is what's called a fallen empire. It's an empire that will not do anything. This is the space they will occupy. They're not going to grow. They're just going to sit here. They're super advanced. Like you can see here, their fleet power, their fleet size pretty much is overwhelming. Their technology level is overwhelming, and their economy is overwhelming. So they're massively powerful. I mean, look at their like city here floating in the background. It's got like floating shit, and like it's crazy. So there are always a couple of fallen empires in your game, and you get different types. You'll get some that love you. You get some that hate you. You get some that are like focused on all different types of stuff. This one is a militant isolationist, which means that if we get too close to him, he will invade us and destroy us and push us back so that we're away from him. He just wants to be left alone. They just want to chill. I can get a little bit of a sneak peek here, I think. So we can see, like, look here. They've got a giant planet. It's a Gaia world, which is the best kind of world. The core boundary, you know, they got all this stuff. They've got a whole bunch of planets. They've got like just as many planets as me, but they're better because they've been living on them for like thousands of years, if not millions of years. So yeah, they're all over this little area, but that's it. This is where they'll live. That's it. I don't know why they didn't expand to the choke point. It kind of also makes the there's no point to this choke point because these guys are not going to attack me unless I provoke them. So, but I can't settle this system because it borders them. So if I went into this system, they would murder me. This system, they'd murder me. This system, they'd murder me. This system, they'd murder me. I could take this system. That's literally, and this system. And those are useless, so we're not going to do that. So I'm going to go back to focusing on my economy for now. I'll hit you guys back again when something else happens. Alright guys, so we met our second species here. Axton Compact. So it's some squid people. Apparently that allowed us to see an abandoned gateway, which I'm not going to get into right now. So okay, here they are. Oh boy, so they're... oh god. So they've got 3 planets. They're just starting out, you know. We gotta potentially you see, if they get this system, then this whole cluster is kind of, I don't want to say compromised, but like it's just not gonna be the same. I'll have to have 2 choke points instead of 1. So this is a good choke point. So we're going to kind of try and blitz that really quickly here. So I'll catch back with you guys if I succeed or fail at that. Bye. Okay guys, so all of our planets are colonized now. Actually just did this one, so I'm going to have it build a quick farm and a quick one there. This planet I'm gonna have build robots. These 2 are still a little low. But Lazy Town here, not so lazy after all, has the civilian industries, which means they produce consumer goods. So we're only losing 1 per month instead of, I was up to 14. So that's a relief. We also managed to settle this system down here. Not settle, but claim. So that means we're gonna that's our border with this guy. So it also means I'm kind of stuck where the only like I could either go out through this guy or go down through this guy, and that's it. That's all my options. So I'm kind of wedged in here, which means I'll probably be killing this guy, which will be fun. But yeah, we're just going to fill out the space we have, which means getting the rest of these systems explored and claimed. Got to do these 2 systems still and all the ones up here. And then we're just going to kind of grow internally for a while. So, I guess I'm going to do that. And it is technically already 2,223. So I could end this episode here, but you know what? I'll go for at least 2 more years, and the next time I check, it'll probably be the last for today. All right, sorry guys, it's actually a little later than I wanted to stop, but it's the end of the year 2225, so I expanded a little bit more. We're running a little short on minerals actually. It's a little weird. I might buy some, but probably gonna wrap this episode up today. So Lazy Town still producing that civilian industries, and I'm gonna have this planet produce them too. Which, if you guys want to name, you know, just leave it in the comments again. You know, any amount. I've got plenty of planets to name here. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I wanted to show you guys. I found another primitive civilization down here. Can't actually show you too much of their details because I'm not in the system right now, but they're in the machine age. So they might actually rise up into a space-faring civilization decently soon. And I also found another empire over here. So the galaxy's getting a little crowded, you know. But yeah, we're gonna fill in this next episode. We're gonna balance out our economy a little bit more. You can already see I'm now positive on consumer goods again, which we haven't been for a long time. The only big thing now, like my goal for next episode is probably gonna be kicking our research up because we are really low on research. We are really behind, so we got to start kicking it into overdrive here, getting that research up to the max. So. Yeah. I'm going to save the game here, though, and we'll see you guys back next episode. Hopefully you enjoy this, and, yeah. Goodbye.